Welcome to the channel, you bunch of petrol heads and engineering enthusiasts. Today we're cranking up the gears on a whole different beast colossal transportation. Ever looked at a skyscraper-sized wind turbine or a jumbo jet and thought, how the bloody hell did they get that thing here? Well, you're in the right place. We're diving headfirst into the mind-boggling world of moving the largest, heaviest, and frankly most ridiculous objects ever seen on roads. So buckle up, grab a cuppa, and prepare to be amazed by the sheer ingenuity and engineering brilliance it takes to shift these behemoths across the planet. You won't believe your eyes. Let's kick things off with a proper monster, the Space Shuttle Endeavour. This 170-foot-long, 78-foot-wide spacecraft was paraded through the streets of Los Angeles in 2012. They had to chop down 400 trees and jack up the shuttle to clear traffic lights and telephone poles. The whole operation took 68 hours and cost 10 million quid, but it was a sight to behold. The crowds went bonkers, cheering as Endeavour inched its way towards the California Science Center. Next up, the Airbus A380, or as I like to call it, the Flying Whale. These wings are a sight to behold, stretching out a staggering 262 feet. Built in the UK, then shipped to France for final assembly, getting them there is no mean feat. They have to be transported on colossal barges and navigate narrow country lanes, squeezing under bridges. Imagine the look on old Farmer Giles's face when he sees an Airbus wing coming over his hedgerow. It's a delicate operation requiring military precision and nerves of steel. One wrong move and you could end up taking out a whole village's power supply, but somehow, they manage to pull it off every time. Let's talk about something even bigger and heavier than a jumbo jet wing. Oil rig modules. These monstrous structures make an Airbus A380 look like a child's toy. Getting these behemoths from the factory to the open sea is no walk in the park. It's a logistical ballet of epic proportions requiring specialized ships, massive cranes, and a whole lot of courage. These modules are so massive that they often have to be built in sections and then pieced together like a giant jigsaw puzzle at their final destination. It's like building a Lego set, but instead of tiny plastic bricks, you're dealing with chunks of steel the size of houses. And don't even get me started on the transportation costs. We're talking about millions just to move these things a few hundred miles. But hey, when you're dealing with the world's thirst for oil, I guess price is no object. So next time you fill up your car, spare a thought for the poor souls who had to transport that oil rig module. Moving oil rigs is impressive, but have you ever seen a wind turbine blade on the move? These things are like giant white scythes slicing through the air. Imagine navigating a narrow mountain pass with a blade longer than a football pitch strapped to your truck. These blades are so long and unwieldy that they often have to be transported on special trailers with multiple axles and steering mechanisms. And because these blades are so sensitive to wind gusts, they have to be transported at night or during periods of calm weather. The whole operation is a delicate balancing act, requiring careful planning, expert driving skills, and a whole lot of luck. But when you see those blades finally spinning majestically in the wind, generating clean energy, you can't help but feel a sense of awe. So next time you see a wind turbine, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey those blades took to get there. We've had spaceships, planes, and oil rigs, but now it's time to talk about transformers. These metal behemoths are the unsung heroes of the electrical grid, quietly humming away in substations. But before they can start zapping electricity around, they have to be moved from the factory to their final destination. We're talking about hundreds of tons of copper wire, steel casing, and enough insulating oil to fill an Olympic swimming pool. These transformers are so heavy that they often need to be transported on specialized trailers with dozens of axles. And even then, they move at a snail's pace, escorted by a convoy of flashing lights and nervous engineers. It's like watching a giant metal slug inch its way down the highway. But somehow, they always manage to get the job done, ensuring that we can all enjoy the wonders of modern electricity. Let's talk about something that's not exactly glamorous but absolutely essential: industrial boilers. These behemoths are the heart and soul of power plants, factories, and hospitals. We're talking about massive steel drums, some as tall as a multi-story building, weighing hundreds of tons. These things are so big they often have to be transported on specialized trailers with enough axles to make a centipede jealous. And even then, they move at a crawl, leaving a trail of bewildered motorists in their wake. It's like watching a building on the move, escorted by a convoy of flashing lights and enough nervous engineers to fill a small stadium. But somehow, they always manage to pull it off, ensuring that we can all enjoy the comforts of a warm shower and a hot cuppa. So, next time you see a massive boiler on the move, remember the incredible effort it took to get it there. Have you ever seen a bridge section on the move? Those massive chunks of concrete and steel that hold up our highways and railways? Getting those bad boys from the factory to the construction site is a logistical masterpiece. We're talking about sections so big they make a double-decker bus look like a toy car. They're often longer than a football field, and heavier than a herd of elephants. You need specialized equipment for this kind of job, like self-propelled modular transporters. These things are like something out of Star Wars, moving these massive bridge sections with incredible precision. And let's not forget about the challenges of actually getting these sections to the construction site. It's enough to give a city planner a nervous breakdown. Let's talk about something that'll make your average monster truck look like a Tonka toy mining trucks. These behemoths are the undisputed kings of the open pit, hauling around obscene amounts of ore. These beasts are the size of a small house, with tires taller than a grown man and engines that could power a small village. Most mining trucks are actually built in pieces and then assembled on site. They ship all the bits and bobs, the chassis, the engine, the cab, separately like a giant IKEA flat pack from hell. Then a team of highly skilled engineers spends weeks, sometimes even months, putting it all together. But once it's all put together, stand back, because these beasts are a sight to behold. They rumble across the open pit, hauling hundreds of tons of ore like it's nothing. Let's talk about something that's truly out of this world: the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. This marvel of modern engineering is capable of launching satellites, astronauts, and even Tesla roadsters into space. But before it can reach for the stars, it has to make a more down-to-earth journey, from the factory to the launch pad. The Falcon 9, standing tall at 230 feet, is a bit like a giant, very expensive and highly explosive stick of dynamite. SpaceX uses a custom-built transporter erector, nicknamed Strongback, to move the rocket vertically. The journey involves a slow and steady crawl along public roads, with police escorts clearing the way. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of exploring the cosmos. So next time you see a Falcon 9 launch, remember the incredible journey it took to get to the launch pad. Let's talk about something that's guaranteed to make your hair stand on end: nuclear reactor components. These are the heart of nuclear power plants, responsible for generating massive amounts of electricity. We're talking about reactor vessels, steam generators, pressurizers, massive, incredibly heavy pieces of equipment. These components are often transported by road, but not on your average lorry. We're talking about specialized heavy-haul transporters with dozens of axles designed to distribute the weight evenly. Reactor vessels, for example, can be as tall as a multi-story building and weigh hundreds of tons. The whole operation is a logistical nightmare, requiring meticulous planning and specialized equipment. But hey, someone's got to keep the lights on, right? So next time you flick on a light switch, spare a thought for the brave souls who transport nuclear reactor components. Well, there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the mind-boggling world of transporting the largest objects ever to grace our roads. From spaceships to nuclear reactors, we've covered it all, and I hope you've been as blown away by the sheer scale and ingenuity of it all as I have. It just goes to show that when it comes to engineering, there's no challenge too big, no object too heavy, and no road too long. So next time you see something massive on the move, take a moment to appreciate the incredible effort and expertise that went into getting it there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. See you next time.